attached to, would it still hold if we don't believe in the law of cause and effect, that something will come at one point, we don't know when, or if we don't believe in a God that is rewarding and punishing? Will it still hold when there is not the view that goes over this life? I doubt. I really doubt. So again, even if there's no other life, at least it will help us to still be ethical, even though it's difficult or it costs money. Because, the interest in being ethical when it costs money becomes, then it's not so big anymore. It should still hold. You see what I mean? Because karma is created whether you have money or no money, or whether it costs something or not. So sometimes it costs something. It's not easy, ethical behavior. We all would like to do it, and we think we're very ethical when it comes easy and is kind of not costing anything, but it can be quite difficult. And you make the decision. So the Buddha is not saying you're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do that. The Buddha is saying, if you do this, this happens. Then you choose. But then don't complain. Yeah, that's the thing. Don't complain. And I repeat that, when we talk about these actions, use it as a mirror and not as a window where you look what others are doing. If you find that you're very ethical, no need to become arrogant about this. Just be very happy that you don't have the habit of not being ethical. No need to judge others who don't have this habit, and we work on it. And for those who don't have ethical conduct, instead of getting angry at them, we try to generate compassion. By thinking, I could be like them. And very often people who are not ethical, if you look how they grew up, under what circumstances, then you understand. Yeah? They didn't have, they couldn't learn, they were not taught. Ethical conduct, you have to learn it, it has to be taught. I remember when we were kids, I would never throw something mindlessly on the floor. Because why? Because we were taught that's just something that you don't do, and then it becomes part of your life. And you don't have to put an effort. Kids are not taught that anymore. Even the parents don't do it anymore, so then everything just is thrown out. But we can learn even as grown-ups. Yeah. Then in Singapore, they learn very quickly, the grown-ups there, that you don't throw things on the floor. Why? Because it costs $500. You spit up a chewing gum, it's $500. You throw a cigarette butt on the floor, $500. Then we learn, because that hurts. Then the result, some kind of result comes very quickly, that hurts. Yeah. Actually, with the cigarette butts, because they say it's very harmful for the environment if you throw them out. So if you smoke, please don't, because all the poison from the cigarette is in there. And for nature, it's very difficult to undo the thing. So some young people in Europe, and especially also in Switzerland, they make a competition now on the Facebook. So they have a bottle, and they kind of how many bottles they were able to fill with these lying around cigarette butts, filters, and then they post it on the Facebook. I got, make a photograph of these 2, 3, 5 bottles full of cigarette filters, and they say, look, I was able to collect these in half an hour. So they try to break the record. I think it's a very good competition. Young people come up with these things. Also with the climate, young people are really, really good these days. I find we have these climate demonstrations. They say what they want. They tell their parents, no, we're not taking the plane to go on holiday. And like that. And they're also, themselves, they start to be very, very careful. Because they understand this is our future. If it continues like this, we have to endure the consequences. Yeah, whereas us, we're old, we go, I'll be dead by that time. Okay, so now again we have half an hour break, and we meet again at 5:30. Am I right, or am I wrong? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, great. And you're